Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today giving you a UU tier Pokemon Showdown battle. Now this is another new team, bunch of random pokes put together, hope they have good synergy. Turns out works pretty well. And yeah, I'm going to show you how that goes. Let's go to that team preview. So my strategy for building this UU team here is very similar to the strategy I used for my team yesterday. And that is because I have two Pokemon in my defensive core being Slowbro and Claydol. And then I have two physical sweepers and two special sweepers. Now analyzing his team, he has a very strong defensive core of Dusclops, Snorlax, and Blastoise. And the only way I'm going to take out that trio is if I'm able to set up a little bit, being from my Cobalion or my Mismagius. Then there's also the threat of Rhyperior, and the only way I'm going to take that out is if I can get some super effective damage on it from really just about anything on my team. But the thing is, with Solid Rock and being so strong, it's going to be difficult to take down in one hit. There's also the problem of facing hazards, so as long as his two ghosts don't come in while I'm trying to rapid spin with my Claydol, I should be alright and set to sweep with something. So, let's see how that battle goes. So I start out with my Scarf Darmanitan as he brings in Rhyperior, and I just do turn out as I do not want to take a Earthquake right away. So I go into my physical wall Slowbro, and he's probably fearing the Surf here, and I'm just going to get the Toxic off so I can hit something with a Toxic, get that residual damage. He goes for Spikes, and I just go for the Surf, which is a nice chunk, and he's feeling threatened as his Frostlass is going to go down soon, but I'm kind of fearing a Destiny Bond, so I'm going to go into my Cobalion as I can wall that Frostlass very well. I'm going to try setting up here, but that Mew tricks me the Choice Scarf, and now I'm logged into Substitute. So I definitely have to switch out. And I go into Claydol so I can have hopefully a chance of spinning, because this is not a great situation for me. He turns out does some really nice damage, unfortunately. But yeah, knowing that he's going to probably go into a Rapid Spinner, I'm going to try to get some kind of damage with my Earth Power. So then I go for the Toxic on this turn, because even if he tries setting up a sub, I'll just go for the Toxic since I'm probably faster. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp, gets that residual damage, and now I think it's my opportunity to go for the Stealth Rock. So now here I think maybe he'll go for the Heal Bell or something. So I'm just going to go for the Rapid Spin while he's taking time to do the Heal Bell, but then he goes right back into Dusclops. I have no recovery moves as Claydol unfortunately doesn't get any. So I eventually die from the burn. Now I go into Yanmega here. I think this is probably my best chance of bringing it in. My Rapid Spinner's gone, so I might as well bring it in safely. So I'm going to get some speed boosts up, and this Snorlax does have the Whirlwind, and I don't think it's really worth trying to go for a Giga Drain to get enough health to survive switching again. So I'm just going to go for the Bug Buzz to get as much damage as possible. He Whirlwinds me out, so the next time my Yanmega comes in is going to be Death Fodder because it'll die instantly. I go into Slowbro just so I can get the Toxic off. I'm a little scared the Snorlax is a rest sleep talker, but I still go for it anyways just in case. I bring in Mismagius knowing that he probably wants to Rapid Spin, so I'm going to Spin Block here, and I'm going to set up a sub, try to set up a little bit. And he just goes for the Scald and breaks my sub. So now I think, alright, that's not the best situation. He's probably going to keep trying to attack me, but I want to be able to do a little more damage. So I do go for the Nasty Plot, and then I go for the Thunderbolt here as I'm pretty sure he's going to Whirlwind. It whirlwinds me out into Darmanitan. And here, I just want to get damage on something. If he goes into a Ghost, it's whatever. But I just go for the Superpower. I do decent damage, but that Rhyperior is so bulky. So not knowing what it's going to do, I'm going to fodder my Yanmega, and he just goes for the Stone Edge. I'm sure Slowbro should be able to take a hit fine, as he's fearing the Surf again. And I do go for the Surf. It does a nice chunk on this Mew, almost surprising. So that means the Mew isn't too strong. I'll be able to take it out in a few hits later. And he switches out to his Frostlass, and that's the end of Frostlass, so no more spikes, so that's at least nice. Now here the Snorlax is probably faster than me, so I think it's just going to rest as it does do that. And so I bring a Cobalion so I have a chance of maybe setting up a little bit. But I realize, it was funny because I was about to set up for the Substitute here, and I realized at the last second, oh, I'm choice scarfed, so I do go for the close combat, luckily, instead of, you know, that would have been really bad if I just set up a sub. But anyway, I have my Slowbro here, walling the Dusclops alright, and while he did get the Will-O-Wisp on me, I'd win that stall war. And I do go for the Surf here. Since I have Regenerator, I'll just get most of my health back so I can switch out to the Cobalion, which is really nice since it quad resists the Stealth Rock. Now he gets the Body Slam on the Sleep Talk, and he paralyzed me, which is really unfortunate since I'm Scarfed. But nonetheless, I'm going to go for the close combat here. Hit something. If he goes into Dusclops, it's going to almost be dead anyway. So now I'm Scarfed and I'm paralyzed, so I'm still fast in this Rhyperior, which is kind of funny. So I do a nice chunk to it, and I'm fine with the Rhyperior finishing off my Cobalion. I'm going to go to Slowbro again. I'm totally fine with taking a hit here. It's no big deal. And that Surf will easily take out that Rhyperior, so that's a big threat gone. So I'm currently losing 3 to 4, but it's definitely really close. So now I'm going to go for the Surf, I believe, which wasn't necessarily the best play, because if I went for the Slack off there, I would have at least had more survivability. But now it's 2 to 4. This is not looking good. This is Darmanitan's last chance to do any kind of damage. So I'm going to go for the superpower here. Does a decent chunk? Maybe I will be able to take it out next turn, that Blastoise. And I do go for the superpower. It loses 4%, so the Toxic should be able to take it out next turn. And he has the rest. What? I've never seen a resting Blastoise, so I'm like, okay, this is it. Darmanitan's done. Miss Magius, you've got to do something. I set up the Nasty Plot. I do have T-Bolt on the set, and luckily for me, his Sleep Talk gets him the Rapid Spin, so it's not going to do anything. I definitely need as much power as possible, but I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt in case he somehow gets the Scald. I do not want to take unnecessary damage. Go for the Nasty Plot again, and I just hope he doesn't Whirlwind. And thank the Lord he gets the rest here. Ah, that was fortunate. So now I go for the T-Bolt, and he barely survives, but he says GG here, so I guess he was kind of giving up with his Snorlax, so he didn't go for the Sleep Talk. So, luckily, I am able to take out that Snorlax with this second T-Bolt. Now I do have Shadow Ball as well. It didn't really matter what it went for there, but I do take out that Dusclops. Now I take out the Mew also with the Shadow Ball. And then finally the Blastoise. I run a specially defensive one, but every Blastoise I've seen is physically defensive. So I take out that Blastoise with the T-Bolt. So that was a great battle, so it begins. I was definitely on my toes the entire time. So guys, thanks for watching. Tomorrow I'll be looking forward to me having a live narration battle versus a subscriber of mine who really wanted me to record it. It was a fun battle, and I thought it would be really cool so you guys can see what my thought process is while I was doing the battle. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.